Hello, everybody. Today is Monday, August 29th, and this is the beginning of the Source uh, broadcast radio. You could call it radio. Um, this is the beginning of the Source network, broadcast network. Um, so, just starting with a few radio shows. Um, There's the Source Feature Show, which is an interview and feature-based show featuring each and every one of you out there and your projects and your missions and your products, services, events, solutions, or anything at all that you have going on. Every single one of us holds what is necessary for the completion of paradise on earth collectively in the next months to years. So we'll have that feature show for that purpose. We're going to be doing Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Source feature show. And one of those days will be, for the time being, will be the Louisiana Recovery and Rebuilding show, feature show, for the flood recovery and rebuilding, as we are fully capable of assisting in that rebuilding and putting ourselves on the map as a network through these technologies. And if the media isn't going to be there, and if the assistance isn't there, that means we're in a new world, and it's time for us to show what we're made of. And we've been saying we're going to do it, so it's our first chance to just do it. And so that's that show. We can showcase all of those that need assistance that are there in Louisiana. We can showcase the media, independent media. We can host them and get an understanding of what's going on. We can bring in a lot of people that can help, that we want to help. So really open up for that to happen. And then Saturdays at 10 a.m., we will do the Independent Presidential Party, and you're invited. Independent Presidential Party, you're invited is a show that brings together all of the most conscious candidates, most conscious speakers in our nation, in America, on all subject matters. You don't have to have all the answers, but if you have any answers, or if you have the passion, we want to have you on that show. And we will ask the most important questions, and in that we will identify the most important things to Americans, and we will not only formulate ideas, but we will also bring to the surface the solutions, so that over a few months here, we bring together Americans on the radio that answer the important questions in all subject matters. We invite the whole American populace and global to tune in and upgrade their consciousness to the most important questions, most important answers, and how we're going to do it. And in that process, we identify America's platform, or the One Platform, which is one of our projects for America. And that becomes the bylaws, or the mission, visions, and goals, bylaws, per se. What we each, as Americans, hold each other accountable to, just that we're working towards something greater than ourselves, and it's community, across states, across nation, and ultimately across the globe and through the cosmos. So in that process, we upgrade the whole consciousness of America and the globe. We bring in a new way, which is our laws, our goals, and aligning in that way. And we identify the next wave of leadership for our nation and the world. And at the end of the show, in a few months, we will have our independent presidential election, and um, we will invite the whole American populace to vote on that, so that whoever wins that independent presidential election, we all agree to vote that person on the ballots in the real election in November. So we will have raised the consciousness of Americans in the world. We will have identified the next wave of leadership for America in the world. We will formulate our community, our nationwide and global standards and goals, and be able to hold each other accountable across the nation and around the world to our new standards. And we will have chosen our leader, which all leaders that step up are winners, because every leader that speaks is going to be in front of the populace. So there's no losers. Everyone's winners in this. So we will have our president, but we will also have the cabinet, the House, the Senate, the judges, the city and state officials, librarian, whatever elected or appointed leadership seats or offices that we have in this nation or the world. We will have identified leaders in this process, so that when we run for offices or whatnot, we will be more likely to be chosen. It's the equivalent of like an American Idol type of show for the electing or the open sourcing of all of our offices and leadership in our city, state, nation, and world. So these are the beginning shows, but ultimately we are connecting to all those out there that have networks, that have radio shows, or an aspiration to have their own show, as well as guests and sponsors. So there's a big call going out now for all of those people: networks, radio shows, guests, and sponsors, as ultimately we have been approved to go on a major radio station in America here, and it will legitimize us in a big way. So just the next step here is to bring in those types of shows and networks, so that we can get to the point where we're ready to go on live with the big station, and bring all of your shows and our networks onto the platform together, and reach the nation and the globe through some really good systems. They have 5 of the top 10 radio shows already in the nation, so it would be just a smooth transition for all of us to reach the masses, and have a legitimate radio network with great infrastructure in place and great support in place. So thank you for tuning in to this first broadcast of The Source today on August 29. And there's a little bit of an overview. So thank you for tuning in, and there will be many more of these brief show pieces as we're putting them out as videos in the beginning here, and trying to keep them short and sweet, so that you guys can tune into the subject matter at the time that you want to tune in, and we'll make this all available to you all in many, many ways and forms, and of course we'll have you all on. So really looking forward to this, and thank you for tuning in, and I do love you all very,